What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to use Sora 2 in n8n. With Sora 2 you can make videos based on the prompt, and yeah, it's something really cool. I'm going to show you how it works. Let's get started. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. If we go here we see an URL, and if we open that then we get a download link. We open it, we get a video. So this is what it will be looking like as a finished product. So as you might know, with every workflow it starts with a trigger, and for now we're going to use a manual trigger. So when I click on execute workflow, it will start from here. Next we're going to get this node in here, an edit field. What we're actually going to be doing with that is saying what kind of prompt we want for our video. So with Sora 2 you will get a prompt, and with that prompt you get a video. So now we're going to get the prompt ready. So for name we're going to just say fit prompt, and as for value it's going to be a prompt. Well, I already have a prompt. The prompt is a small golden retriever runs to a sunlit park in slow motion. This is the prompt basically. So yeah, we need that for later. So for the next node we're going to be using key AI, and key AI is basically what we're going to use to call the Sora 2. So we're going to need a prompt from here, from the edit field. Let's actually call it a prompt. And with that prompt we're going to use key AI to actually call Sora and make the video. So we're going to be doing that using an HTTP request, so it's in here. And now we're going to key AI, it's like KIE.ai. And we're going, when you are there, you're going to do a models market, and you're going to be searching for Sora 2. It is right here. When you click on it, you will come to here. And yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to create a task. So if you go down to the bottom, you see here a CURL, and you're going to copy it. And what's going to happen now is that we're going to import this CURL. So I'm just going to copy paste it in here. And basically it already put a lot of data in here, so we don't have to do that. So now we actually need to make a connection with key AI. And what we're going to do that is by calling the API key. And as you can see here, there's the header. And in the header, the name is always authorization in this case. And you have the value is bearer with a capital B. And then your API key, you need to replace it with your own API key. And if you go here into KI and go on the left to API key, you can just create an API key. I already did that, so I'm going to copy it now. And then we're going to, instead of your API key, I'm going to paste it in here. When I go to the bottom, there, because we did the CURL, there's already a lot of data, but we still need to replace the prompt. So I'm just going to select it, and instead of this I'm going to do my own prompt about the golden retriever. So that looks pretty good. So that's done now. Next up we're going to do a waiting request, and the reason is because it takes a while for when the Sora is done making the video. But if it goes directly, then you will get a big error, and it's not really good. So that's why we have a waiting request. I like to put it for 10 seconds or else it will loop a lot of times. You will see later on what I mean by that. So now we're actually going to do another HTTP request with the Sora, and as you might have saw, there was another one. So here you see the create task, and you have another one also. It's called query task. So I'm going to now copy that CURL. Going back to my workflow, I'm going to import it. So with this other HTTP request, we're going to do something else. So as you can see here in the header, there's again the authorization and barrier API key. But we don't really want to do it every single time, because sometimes in workflows you can have a lot of these HTTP requests and you don't want to keep overdoing them. So I'm going to turn off the header, and now I'm going to go into authentication, and then it's going to be an header off, And as you can see, I have already a couple of them, but I'm just gonna make a new one for the sake. So as we just established, the name was JSON, and the value is gonna be bearer with a capital B. I'm just gonna press expression so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna call this Sora test, and then save. So that looks good. Next up, we're gonna have to use the task ID, and for the task ID, I'm just going to execute the step. And we're actually going to, instead of this one, the value, we're going to go from the input, from the JSON to here to into the value. So I'm just going to wait for that to finish. Here's the task ID. As you can see, I'm just going to click and drag it. I love the way with n8n you can just like click and drag stuff. There's not much code involved. It's a really low code. So I really like that. Yeah, so we have this output right now. So what we also need is an if statement. It's right here. And I'm basically going to say if it's true, if the video is ready, then great, we have the video. But if it's false, then you need to go back and think a little bit more. So like I said, this is why we have the wait node. If it goes from here, from left to the right, in one instance and is wrong, then it just stops. But if it loops and it waits a bit, then it has a chance to think, and it keeps repeating until it gets set result. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm actually going to look at here the state, and right now it says generating, and once it's done, it's going to say success. So I'm going to grab the state. So what is the state? The state is generating, but it needs to be equal to success in order to go to true. And if true happens, so let's say it's done, then we're going to go in here. So I'm just going to call this node videoURL, and what I'm going to put right here, it's going to be a parser, so you can just copy and paste. I'll put it in the description. So with this parse, it does, so with Sora you get two different types of output. In this case, you get the watermarked one and the unwatermarked one, and we really just want the unwatermarked one. So and this it parses, so it splits, and it just gives the example of the right one because of the 0 right here. So let's see how that's working. So looking at the end result, we'll just go to videoURL. I'm just going to copy it and I'm going to paste it in the browser. And there it is, just as we prompted, a dog walking in the sunshine. Yeah, so to recapitulate a bit, we're going to start off by clicking and execute. We have a prompt on actually what we're saying, what we're going to be making a video of. So in this case, it's going to be a small retriever running in sunlight. Afterwards, we're going to use an HTTP request and saying actually like this is the task we are creating. And it says wait a second so it can think. Then it gets the task, and it's going to use Sora to actually make the video a watermarked one and an unwatermarked one. And saying here it says, oh, is it still generating? Okay, again go back to wait and keep looping until it's actually succeeding. And once it's succeeded, it will go into here, and it will parse the output actually into a videoURL. And you can just copy it and put it in the browser, and you have your video already downloaded. So hope that helps. Thanks for watching.